keep your worlds apart. This is not good. Worlds are colliding.
You know what happens then?
Welcome to another encouraging here at Secret Pods. It's your boy Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis. So anyone that's known me for a certain number of years, at least 10, maybe 12, you've heard this story before because as an adult, it makes me laugh. Like as a kid, not so much. And I do feel like there's a lesson in there somewhere. We'll try to figure that part out. So anyway, back in middle school, I'm thinking maybe fresh fifth grader. Like at the time, the NBA was like on fire. Not to say it isn't now, but I mean like golden years NBA 90s. Like we're talking like you had all the legends on the court. You know what I'm saying? Even the not so legends that could still ball. You know, you had your Jordans, Pennies, Jason Kidd, Tim Hardaway, Shaq, Glenn Robb, Big Dog. I don't know, Kemp, Peyton, Miller, Ewing, Starks, Elijah Wan. I could go on and on and on and on and on, right? So in turn of the NBA being on fire, that means merchandise was on fire, right? Cream. Capitalism rules everything around me. Wu-Tang told y'all. So jerseys, sneakers, trading cards, you name it, right? Flying off the shelves. So speaking of trading cards, I remember, at that time, I don't know how it is now, the big three, right? It was like Upper Deck, Flair, and Tops. All still around till this day. And there was like this small mom and pop shop, like right there off of Eastern Parkway in Utica in Brooklyn, like somewhere near where that Pekin fish and like chicken spot is now. This is real rap for anyone that lives in Brooklyn, lives in New York, and been on Eastern Parkway. You know what I'm talking about. That block. Anyway, back then they used to sell like I used to go there and they would sell like packs of cards for like 150. Well, more like my mom paid for it because I was a kid and broke, which is very important to the story, by the way. So boom, you get your little, 10 pack of cards for 150, and if you're lucky, you get what like Funko Pops. They kind of call it like a chase, when you get like a rare version of a basic Funko. Well, for like cards, it would be like maybe you get like a golden MJ card or like one of the holographic joints. You know what I'm saying? Or like like NBA Jam had like the basketballs on fire, like he's heating up. You would have something like that, right? So it's like visually super appealing. But there's like no internet, no eBay, so you can't really look up the value of this stuff, right? So you just have a time like you're just a fan. You know what I mean? You just collect these things, they look cool. You just kind of hold on to it. Or so I thought, because I remember the first time, like bringing like a few sheets to school. And for those who don't know, like sheets are like these transparent card sheets that you would slide your cards into, like into each individual card or whatever, to kind of like hold them and keep them neat and, keep them bend free, wrinkle free, stuff like that. It's kind of like, you know what it's like? It's like CD cases. If you remember CD cases, you're old too. So shout out to you. So anyway, I remember the first time in the cafeteria, someone saw my collection and wanted to buy a card. I want to say it was a Kevin Johnson Phoenix Suns card. And it looked that fire, so I don't blame him, right? Dude bought it for like $2. And it was in that very moment, literally every neuron in my brain started firing. This was like the first time I sold anything, by the way, which is hilarious because if you know me now, between clothing and cards and art and podcasts like this, commissions, NFTs, paintings, books, I've sold a lot of things, you know what I mean, that people have been interested in and wanted to purchase. But that aside, hear me out. 10 cards in a pack, $1.50. Sold one for $2. That means I have 9 cards left. That means I made the 150 for the entire deck back and already netted 50 cents. I'm in 5th grade. This is the 90s. This is a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can make coin off of this? So I get like a few bucks. All right. So I'll get like a few bucks, right? Like after school for like snacks and stuff like that for my mom. Since I be home alone for a few hours while she's like out working. The whole single parent spiel. Like, just give them a couple dollars, go buy some like chips for like 25 cents or whatever. So you get like $2 and you like wow for the night. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. What if I save that snack money and put it towards invest, invest towards my card business? You know what I mean? I could potentially increase the total cards I have in my collection for free and still make a little money on the side. So boom, like I said, neurons firing, going crazy with this type of information. So let's fast forward a month later. I have a whole binder of cards now. We're talking like 10 to 15 sheets, back and front. Quick math. One sheet holds about like 9 cards, right? 9 cards in the front. You can put 9 cards on the back. So that's like 18 cards a sheet, right? Bare minimum of 10 sheets. Now we're talking 180 cards I'm carrying around. You know what I'm saying? And if you had like a super cool popular card, you'd want to like hide it, right? So what you would do is when you put the card in the front and you put the card behind that card, so they like on opposite sides, you sneak your card in between those 2 cards to keep it safe. And you always know where you put it. Let's say you put it in the middle of like the 9 card pack, just in case, you need to pull one out just to show somebody that wants to like buy or whatever the case is. So I had like a whole operation put together for these cards. Oh my God. So let's say you had 10 big jokers, right? These are your 10 top tier, holographic, visually stunning cards, right? These are your bangers. Now we're talking on a bad day, 190 cards. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it goes. Once you open that door, others will surely follow. So now I'm not the only one selling cards anymore, right? It's like a whole group. It started becoming like a problem in the school. Like you'd get your shit confiscated, like if a teacher caught you with one in class, right? So the way this story kind of climaxes is I had this, I mean, I was a kid, right? So after lunch, well, yeah, right after lunch you'd go to like the playground or whatever and they let you burn that shit off for like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. And then you go back to class. So what was happening was this day, just regular old day. It feels like it happens like this in like every actual movie. This day, kids are playing basketball. Like I told you, basketball is on fire and everyone just wants to be like Mike. Everyone's bags are outside. And my first instinct was, Dennis, don't put your bag down. You got like 190 good cards right now. This could get stolen. Why would you don't put it down? That's a bad idea, Dennis. And I told you at this point, other people are selling cards too. Is every man for themselves, every kid for themselves. They know you got something hot and they don't. They want that. How can they get it? But you're a stupid kid. I want to have fun. I want to go play basketball. So what did I do? Took the bag off, took the book bag off, the Jansport. I remember the Jansports with the strings. Took the Jansport off. And what I tried to do was tuck it underneath like a couple jackets to the side so I could keep an eye on it. Tuck it off. Clearly someone was watching me do this. Go play basketball like Ice Cube. Fuck around and caught a triple double. Nah, I didn't. But I don't remember what I scored. But I did well. To the point where I was completely distracted. They ring the bell. It's time to line up. Go get your shit. Okay. Grab my coat. Grab my bag. Where's my bag? Where the fuck is my bag? Yo, son, I think someone took my bag. Because everyone else got their coats and their bags. So why isn't mine out here? I tucked it away. Yeah, I tucked it away. Can't find my bag. I'm panicking. I line up. My mind is racing. Like I said, 190 cards. Get to class. I'm sitting in class. Teacher's looking at me. What's wrong with you? You don't got where's your textbook? This is social studies. Like, where's your textbook? I don't have my textbook. I don't even have my bag. I don't even know where my bag is. Can I leave? Can I go find my bag? I think it was stolen. This is public school, by the way. All right, go Go look for your bag. This other kid was like, yo, I'll help you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I was visibly like distraught. Like, you could tell, like, because I mean, card aside, like, that's all my stuff. That's all my school supplies. That's my textbooks. That's my notebooks. That's my pens. That's my pencils. Where's my shit? So we go, we start. It's not a super huge school, but I mean, at the time, it was pretty big for, fifth graders. Looking around, looking around, looking around. Can't find this shit. We go down one of the stairways, and I see shit scattered on the floor. I'm like, yo, is that mine? So I go down there, I investigate. He comes with me. It's my shit. 2 floors of my shit scattered. Like, I mean, literally my stuff scattered across like 2 floors. Like on every 2 steps, like every like that halfway step where there's like a little platform, but there's no way to like leave, and then you go down the other set of steps. My shit is between there. And at the bottom of the step is my bag. Ripped open. Textbook, notebook, pens, pencils just scattered everywhere. Run down to them steps. Looking through everything. I look through the binders there. Maybe like 3 cards on the floor. Someone took all my cards. I am distraught now. Like, who I got set did I get set up? Who the fuck had an opportunity to take these cards from me? When did this happen? And how did they plan this shit out? We fifth graders. This is some grimy shit. This is paid in full. This is that's 10 bricks right there. So I grab my stuff, I put it back into my bag. I go back to class. Now I'm crying. Cause it's like, yo, bro, like that was a lot of cards. That was almost 200 cards. Who could have taken 200 cards that quickly and hit that shit? Teacher notices, like I said, but again, I told y'all, the card business was too hot. You're not even supposed to have cards in your class, in your bag. And in that respect, they don't give a fuck. Like, good for you. You shouldn't have cards here anyway. Anyway, 2 weeks later, about 2 weeks later, I find out who was behind it. Do y'all want to know who was behind it? Who could have put this master scheme together? Or at least one of the people. It was one of the kids that helped me look for my shit to begin with. That little fucker. That's some evil, dastardly Batman the Animated Series plot twist. Like, he was helping me look for what he stole. Ain't that crazy? That is paid in full elementary school. And I feel like there is some sort of lesson there, like, you know, keeping people close, but also keeping a watchful eye on people and knowing when you have something as at that time as valuable as those cards, keep an eye on them. If I just kept them and said fuck basketball today, I'd have had my cards. Instead, I wanted to be a kid. I wanted to go have fun. I ignored my gut, my better instinct, and turns out my gut was right, and I should have listened. Fuck around, lost all my cards, killed my business. I had to start from scratch. Oh man, I always love that story. I tell people that story. Anytime it comes up about like first hustle or first business or whatever, my first business was clearly lucrative to the point where people were paying attention and they set me up and well, not set me up because I had to go. I didn't have to play basketball, but they invited me to play, and I was a stupid kid and I wanted to go play and ignored the ramifications of those actions. So maybe that's the lesson. Don't ignore the possible ramifications of your actions because while if you're doing good, there's other people that aren't doing good. And if they see you shining, they want some of that shine. Not to make you paranoid or anything, but that's the reality of it. Haters exist. You know what I mean? I hate the word haters, but I mean, there are people who don't want you to succeed or they want to succeed in place of you. And that's just reality. And, you experience that even as an adult in the workplace. Like if you work for a company, someone wants that promotion that you trying to get. Like or you shooting your shot, someone else is trying to dirty Mac and get they shot. Like it doesn't go away. It's more so I kind of learned that lesson young enough that it stuck with me, and it was always a funny story. It's a funny story now. I don't fucking care about them cars now. It's just it's just hilarious to think about how cutthroat we were as kids. Yeah, so I guess you can say that is the lesson here. We was out there selling red tops, blue tops. I might call the episode that actually. Actually, I think I will. Yeah. So honestly, if you have any hilarious stories from your youth, definitely share it. Share it with me. You know what I mean? It might remind me of something else that I can talk about on here. But as always, if there's anything you want me to talk about, like I said, reach out. I'm on all social media sites as Old Dirty Dennis. That's OLDIRTYDENNIS. You can find my art and greeting cards on Etsy. That's Art by Den, DENN. Till the next battle, stay worthy. It's your boy. Peace.